Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a girl Church Stitches. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys the steps I took in making this lunch bag. Before we get straight into the tutorial, I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 2k subscribers. I'm super duper excited right now because you guys have been always there for me. I really appreciate every each of your support. Without wasting much time, let's start up the tutorial. The material I'm working with is a taffeta material. I cut out two pieces of the material. The length of each piece is 15 inches and the width is 8 inches. I'm going to find the center of one piece to add the pocket in front of the bag. For the pocket, I'm working with Ankara fabric, and as you can see, I've already folded the rough edge inside. After folding, the length and width of the pocket is 6 by 6 inches. I'll also find the center of the pocket to align it to the center of the bag. I'll go right to my sewing machine and stitch it just like this. After we're done stitching up the pocket, this is how it looks like. The next thing now is to add the zipper and the lining to the bag. I'm going to place the zip right face facing right face to the material, and I'm going to place my lining on it this way. I'll go right on my sewing machine and stitch it. After I was done stitching, I'm going to turn the lining just like this. I'll go right to my sewing machine and top stitch on the zip. I'll also be stitching this part up. After I was done stitching, I cut out the excess lining allowance, and this is how the front of the bag looks like. The next thing I'll be working on is the handle for the bag. I cut out 16 by 4.5 inches, and this is the foam I'm working with. When cutting out the width of the foam, I minused 2 inches from the width. So I'm going to fold it just like this and go right to my sewing machine and stitch it up. After stitching the handle, this is how it looks like. I'm going to twist the handle. That twisting you saw on the handle, this is how I created it. Very easy. I'll be stitching the handle to the second part of the bag. So I'm going to come down from the beginning of the bag by 2 inches. I'll place the handle on it just like this and use my pin to hold it while I go straight to my sewing machine and stitch it up. At the same time, I'm going to be stitching the lining to it. So this is how the back of the bag looks like, and this is the front. I added the zip head to the zipper. I'm going to be finding the center of the upper part of the front and the down part of the front. I also do the same thing to the back part because the center of the bag is going to help us so that the bag will fit in accurately. Then I'm going to use my pin, that part of the center of the front and the part at the center of the back. I'm going to make sure both of them aligns very well, and I'll use my pin to pin both the front and the back accurately before I go right on my sewing machine and stitch it up. After stitching it up, this is how it looks like. If you guys noticed, the part I placed the handle before is not where it is now. The reason why I did so is because if I left it at that 2 inches, it would have been dangling, the bag would have been dangling. So I now measured 1 inches in and then stitched the handle to avoid the bag dangling. When I say dangling, what I mean is that when you carry the bag will not stand firm. It will just be shaking thereabout, you understand? So that is it. The next step now is to cover up those rough edges on the bag. So I got my bias. I'm going to use my bias to cover up all the rough edges. I'm going to be trimming all the parts that came out excess. So if you don't have bias, another alternative for it is using the Ankara fabric you're working with to replace the bias. You just have to fold the Ankara in a neat way and use it as a bias. After I was done biasing the rough edges of the bag, this is how it looks like. and the inside of the bag looks absolutely neat. So guys, these are the steps I took in making this lunch bag. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Drop your comments on the comment section below on what next you'd love to see me design. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet subscribed for more beautiful videos like this. Turn on your notification bell to be the first to be notified when I upload new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to see you all in my next tutorial. Bye.